Holy shit, he dead! Oh, he dead for sure! Miss Riz, you are a bad teacher!
Now, you may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. This unit, this behemoth of a man is what peak performance is. Think about it. Meg Thomas is a professional runner. That is what she does. That person is 5%, 15% faster than she is, and can catch up to her and give her the good finger licking shank. This boy is bigger, is thicker than Kate Denson's ass. And that, by God, is a miracle. So for a while, everyone asked me, Bricky, how do I get a forehead as good as yours? And then they started asking me, how's DBD? How was it then? How was it now? Is it worth picking up? My answer, yes. Was it good then? It had issues. Is it good now? It has issues, but is it in a better spot than it used to be? Absolutely. I think if there's a time to start yanking on some Survivor's chains, now is the time. But of course, like so many other games, one of my favorite things to kind of dive into are character stereotypes. Now, back in every game, pretty much, every game that has multiple heroes, multiple classes, teams, anything like that, there are always stereotypes for each type of character. Survivor stereotypes are some of my favorite. You have no idea how long it took me to gather all those props. You have no idea. I went up and down those stairs maybe 12 times. I should have just brought them all there at one time, but I am not the smartest of individuals. The funny thing though is that while there are a lot of stereotypes for, survivors, there aren't that many killer stereotypes. It's more about the different kinds of killer players, not necessarily the different kinds of killers. It's just about the players who play the killers. Are they campers? Are they tunnelers? Are they nice killers? Are they meme lords? Are they something in between? Who knows? The main thing is more about how survivors react to seeing those killers.
Here we go again.
Guess I'm gonna look down all game. Ah, crap. Oh, thank God. An easy win. Oh, thank God. A disconnect button. 5 rules of dodgeball. God damn it. And just like that, simultaneously, my entire team forgot what the crouch button was. I guess we're not keeping any items today. Give me a D. Give me an A. Give me an R. Give me an N. You know what that spells? Useless. Oh goody. I'm finally able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel so bad for Freddy. He really doesn't deserve this. I mean, he kind of does. He's a child molester, but he doesn't deserve this. I always really liked Freddy as a horror movie character for a couple reasons, but one of the big ones was a little bit of ambiguity. So in the first movie, he was a suspected child molester, hence why the parents of the kids he was suspected of, burned him alive. So he comes back and exacts revenge. That's the standard Freddy thing. But they never explicitly told you that he was. Never like any hard concrete evidence. It was heavily insinuated, but there was never a full-on 100% yes he did it type thing. And I kind of like that because it reminds me of this other Danish film I really liked with starring Mads Mikkelsen called The Hunt. The Hunt is a fantastic and really depressing movie about a young school teacher who was accused of, a young girl. And the girl eventually, like almost right afterwards, was like, no, I made it up, it was a joke. But the entire town believes that he did this, even though there's no concrete evidence, because the kid's like, oh, it's a kid, it's just repressing the emotions, it doesn't know what it's talking about, kids don't lie. And it just became this horrible movie, and where he just gets his ass handed to him in every possible way. It was really, really sad. But it kind of reminded me a little bit of the Freddy thing, where it's like, oh, what if he never did it, was suspected, the parents jumped the gun, and now he is enacting like revenge onto their kids. That would have been kind of a cool idea. Then they confirmed that he was a little guy, so that kind of pokes a couple holes in that idea, but it would have been cool. Now I'm a killer main in Dead by Daylight. I got Prestige 3, level 50, all killers. I've spent quite a lot of time on killer, and I really do like it. I think it's a lot of fun for many reasons that fit more with me. I like being the head honcho, I like first person, and the main thing is that I don't like teammates ruining my games. So in Left 4 Dead, as much as I love Left 4 Dead, it's kind of one of those games where the situation occurs where you are going to be forced to do nothing until a friend helps you. Now, in Dead by Daylight, you can do your best to keep yourself alive for as long as possible, but eventually, the killer will catch up to you, and when they do, you need to have your teammates. And sometimes they're not around to help you. But I have been trying to play Survivor a little bit more often. I'm using my Clad Gold Ace because I play in my Clad Gold Ace as an immersed ace. I'm stealthy as that. Feels pretty good. But the games have been going okay. But besides that, I have some hope for the game's future. There's a new killer teaser already up and about, and it looks pretty fun. It's like a Japanese-themed kind of killer. Not sure what the slice marks are, but it could be something akin to the girl from The Ring, which, you know, is kind of an interesting, neat idea. I always kind of wanted a Ghost Bride character, you know, similar to the old Spanish horror movies, or if you ever played The Evil Within 2. Remember that game? Remember that one ghost lady that would phase through the walls? I'd like something like that. However, that is a little bit like what the nurse already does, but I don't know, they could find a cool way to do it. They already have the hillbilly and, you know, the Leatherface, so it's already got some overlap there, but either way, it does seem like kind of a cool idea. I am curious to see what they're going to be, though, because the Clown was a fantastic DLC. Was without a doubt one of the best DLCs they come out with. The Clown's a great killer. His perks are great. Kate's a, decently interesting survivor. She has some good perks, nothing that breaks the bank, but definitely some interesting ones, especially Dance With Me. Dance With Me is so fun if you get it to work correctly. There are some cool things I like to see in the game, killer ideas and stuff. I always had an idea to do something like Blitz from Rainbow Six Siege, where the killer is some kind of, I don't know, fiery entity maybe, and it can do some kind of flashbang move. So it only works when the survivor is looking at you. So it's kind of fun in a chase, because then when he's chasing you, the survivor has to look behind to see where you are. But if they do that and you time it correctly, you can just pop them in the face and it flashes them. So it forces them to either not look at you and then you can juke around them, or two, constantly very carefully look backwards to try to know where you are. That could throw them off, or it has a little bit of skill dimension so that he can try to time it when you look behind. So I don't know, it's kind of a neat idea in my opinion, but it is just kind of copying Blitz from Rainbow Six Siege. But hey, I'm a Blitz fan, so I'm not gonna complain. But you know what I would really like to see? I'd like to see you all go check out my new merch site at brickymerch.com. We got some awesome new shirts with more shirts coming on their way. Give it a shot. It's new, it's fresh, and I gotta plug my merch now, you know? I got a merch store now. I gotta do it, all right? It's just the rule of law, supreme. Now, DBD ain't perfect. I got issues. Generators are done way too fast. Survivors aren't rewarded enough for being stealthy. Survivors just don't get blood points enough to begin with. They should get more blood points. You get like double if you play killer. But besides that, we're making strides in the right direction. Iridescent shards can be used to buy killers now, so you don't gotta buy the entire DLC. Some of the new cosmetics are awesome, which is good for good old behavior here, because some of those things are pretty cool. Some are just color palette change, something too special, but then you got some really good hit ones like the Doctor and the Hag and that Ace Boy. And with that whole new revenue stream kind of coming in there, you can get some good stuff, and maybe they can put some of that money into some really neat new things for the game. But if there's one thing that I should end with, one statement that I should just kind of clean the slate with, is I'm still a Doctor main. And if you mess with a thick brick, you're gonna get the thick stick.